So difficult.
It's difficult, yes. But if you can remember these 18, it's all right.
Could you summarize the 18 again one more time?
18, let us say, it has 3 subdivisions.
Yeah.
The 18 types of consciousness. The first group or division has 7. The second group has 8. The third has 3. The first group is called result of akusala, unwholesome. And the second group, result of wholesome.
Yeah.
And the third group called functional.
Yeah.
Now, the first group 7 are seeing consciousness,
Hearing,
smelling, tasting, touching, receiving or accepting, and investigating. 7, right?
Yes.
Now, the second group 8, seeing,
hearing,
smelling,
tasting,
touching, receiving,
investigating.
and 2 investigating. Investigating with pleasurable feeling, investigating with a neutral feeling. The other 3, 5 sense door adverting, mind door adverting, and smiling consciousness. Now, I will tell you only the subdivisions of other divisions. Now the third one, sense sphere, beautiful consciousness, has 3 subdivisions. The first is wholesome consciousness. The second, resultant consciousness. And the third, functional consciousness. So 3 subdivisions: wholesome, resultant, functional. Each consists of 8 types of consciousness. So when you do some meritorious deed, when you pay homage to the Buddha, when you practice dana, when you practice meditation, then you have one of the 8 kusala consciousness. Wholesome consciousness. And then next group, form sphere consciousness. That's also three subdivisions, the same. Wholesome, resultant, and functional. 5 each. They are what we call jhana consciousness. The next group also has 3 subdivisions, the same. Wholesome, resultant, and functional. They are also jhana consciousness. The form sphere consciousness has 5 each, right? 5 wholesome, 5 resultant, and 5 function. So these 5 are first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana. And then the formless jhana, first, second, third, fourth. So there are altogether 9. But you just said 8, right?
Yes.
That is correct. Now, these 5 jhanas are described mostly in Sutta Pitaka as 4 jhanas, not 5.
Yes.
So, in many suttas, when Buddha mentioned these form jhanas, he said there are 4 jhanas, not 5.
Right.
But in Abhidhamma, both methods are described, 4 jhana method and 5 jhana method. And then formless, right?
Yes.
Formless first, second, third, fourth, there are 8, right?
Yes.
And then the 9th, according to that reckoning, is what is called cessation of mental activities. It is called cessation attainment, cessation of mental activities. That is called the 9th. But that is not in these 89 types of consciousness, because it is not consciousness at all when you get into that attainment.
Yes.
Because when arahants and non-returners get into that attainment, then their mental functions, mental activities cease. No mind at that time. They are like a statue for 7 days or maybe. So there is no consciousness at that time. So they are not mentioned in this. So there are 9 attainments. The 9 attainments means 4 form jhanas, 4 formless jhanas, and then cessation attainments. But here we use the 5 jhana method. So we see 5 form jhanas. Then the last group, supramundane, has 2 subdivisions. The last group has 2 subdivisions, just wholesome and resultant. So no functional. So only 2 divisions and 2 subdivisions. Wholesome and resultant. And each has 4 or 20 consciousness. And how do 4 become 20? Just multiply by 5. Multiply the 4 status by 5 jhanas. So you get 4 or 20, and resultant also 4 or 20. So 40 supramundane status or 8 supramundane status. Now this is the overview of the different types of consciousness, 89 or 121. Now, do you want to go through the different types of consciousness in more detail, or shall I go to another subject, to the first basis next time? I mean, not today. No, I must refer you to the Abhidhamma, the manual of Abhidhamma. So you must read it if you want to understand. Okay, let it be the end of this study, this talk. Question.
Yes, I couldn't wait. When you say that in the form sphere consciousness,
Yes.
we have 5 in the fourth jhana to the 5th jhana.
Yes.
And we have 4 on formless sphere.
Formless here,
So
yes.
that's first jhana and fifth.
We call them just first, second, third, fourth, formless.
What's the difference between the 2?
Form jhana, only after attaining form jhana can one attain formless jhana. So you have to go from the first jhana, form jhana, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then to first, second, third, fourth of the formless jhana. In Abhidhamma, actually, the names given to them are not first, second, third, fourth, arupa, vajra jhana. The names are long names. So akasananchayatana, vinyananchayatana, akinchanyayatana, and neva sanyana sanyayatana. They are long names, so I don't want to burden you with these long names. So I just say first arupa vajra jhana or first formless jhana and so on. Now let me explain these jhanas a little. Now first, a person wants to get jhana, so he practices samatha meditation, something like looking at a disc made of earth or sometimes a color disc. So he look at this disc and then he concentrates the whole of his mind on that disc, and he doesn't pay attention to any other thing, not like in vipassana. So he look at it and then he say thousands and thousands of times, and then sometimes he close his eyes and try to see if he can see with his eyes closed, and if he cannot, he open his eyes again and say, look at it and then say so actually he is memorizing the disc, the object of meditation. So after some time, let us say he is able to memorize it. So he is able to see the disc with his eyes closed. So even if his eyes are closed, he sees the disc clearly in his mind. Then after that, he may practice this anywhere. Before he has to go to a place, secluded place, and then put the disc there and look at it. Now he has memorized the disc, and so the disc is with him, so he can practice it anywhere. So let us say he continues practicing on that remembered disc again and again and again, and when his meditation becomes mature, then he gets what is called first jhana, the very concentrated state of mind. So after getting the first jhana, then he may enter into it later again and again, maybe something like play with it. And then after getting the first jhana, he wants the second jhana. Something like after high school you want to go to college, right? And after a BA you want an MA, and then you want a PhD. So here also is something like that. After getting the first jhana, he wants to get the second jhana. When he wants to get the second jhana, he finds fault with something in the first jhana. In the first jhana there are mental states called initial application and sustained application, vitakka and vichara. Now he finds fault with them. These Cetasicas take mind to the different objects, and so they are distracting. So what if I can eliminate them? If they don't appear in my mind will be more concentrated and less distracted. So with that in mind, he practices meditation again. And as a result of meditation, he gets the second jhana. So when he gets the second jhana, these two have disappeared from that jhana. So his jhana has no vitakka and vichara at that time. Or he eliminates vitakka and vichara at different times, one at a time. So the first he eliminates vitakka, so he gets the second jhana. And then after getting second jhana, he finds fault with the vichara there. So he practices again, and then he gets a third jhana. Then after getting third jhana also he finds fault with piti there. Piti is also something like agitating, and so let me eliminate it. So he eliminates piti, and so he gets the fourth jhana. Then in the fourth jhana there is what is called happiness. Even that happiness is not desirable for him. He wants a very strong equanimity. So he tries to get rid of that too. And so last he gets the fifth jhana. So these are called form jhanas. Because if a person dies with these jhanas intact, he will be reborn in the form Brahmas. Brahmas who have the physical body as we do. Now, after getting the five jhanas, he wants to go further, or he sees danger in the physical body. Because we have this physical body, we have to suffer. We have diseases, or quarrels, or whatever, simply because we have this physical body. So if we can be without this physical body, our suffering will be much reduced. So they find fault with the physical body, and with that in mind, he practices meditation again. Now, this time, what he does first is take the disc sign again as a meditation, and then after some time he just stopped paying attention to that sign in his mind. So when he stopped paying attention to that sign disappears, and in its place there is space. Now this is another kind of space, not the space I said last night. This is called another kind of space. So he took this space as an object, and he contemplates on it as infinite space, so on. And then he widens this space, say, to any size he wants, maybe the size of a football field, or even the size of the whole universe. So when he practices this, saying the infinite space, so that jhana takes that infinite space as an object. That is why it is called in Pali Akasanantrayatana. You may guess that in English translation will be longer than that. Then he wants this first Arubhavachara jhana is close to form jhana, so it is close to enemy. So what if I get another jhana which is farther from the form jhana? So he practices again. So at that time he takes the first formless jhana as the object of meditation. Consciousness is infinite, that consciousness is infinite, and so on. So he gets the second arubhavachara jhana, and that is called Vinnana jayatana. And then he wants to go further, and that time he contemplates on the nothingness, on the nothingness of the first arubhavachara, formless jhana. At that time there is nothing whatsoever, there is nothing whatsoever. He contemplates on the nothingness of first arubhavachara jhana. And then he gets the third arubhavachara jhana. That is called Akinchanya Ayatana. Just for your information, if you don't remember, it's okay. So next, he wanted the fourth arubhavachara jhana. So at that time, he takes the third arubhavachara jhana, consciousness, as the object of that jhana. So he says, this jhana is good, this jhana is profound, or something like that. And then he gets the fourth arubhavachara jhana. It is very, very refined and very subtle jhana. So refined that one has to suspect whether there is a mental activity at all. So it is called Neva Sanya, Na Sanya. Neva Sanya means neither Sanya. Na Sanya means no Sanya. Sanya means just the possession of consciousness. So neither consciousness nor non-consciousness. That means there is no gross consciousness, but there is very subtle consciousness there. So that is called Neva Sanya, Na Sanya. So that is called Neva Sanya, Na Sanya, right? Actually there is mental activity, but it is so refined and so subtle that it is almost non-existent. And it is explained by a simile. So a novice and a monk goes on a journey. You know, the novice follows his teacher.
Yes.
But I mean, he goes in front of his teacher. And then he saw some water on the road, just a little water. So he told his teacher, Bande, there is water. Now, the teacher wants to take bath. Maybe he is tired. So he said, give me the bathrobe, I'll take bath. Then the novice said, Bande, there is no water. So first he said there is water. Next he said there is no water. When he said there is water means there is enough water to wet your feet if you go through it. But next time he said there is no water, it's not enough for you to bathe. Similarly here, there is no mental activity because it's so subtle, so refined. It is almost non-existent. But if you pay real attention to it, there is this mental activity. So that is, it is neither the consciousness nor non-consciousness. So that is the last, the fourth of the arubhavachara jhana. And those who die with these four arubhavachara jhanas intact are reborn in Dhamma world where there is no physical body. Because they have physical body and they practice meditation, so as a result of that meditation, they are reborn in a world and there is only mind, no physical body. That is why we are called formless Brahmas. So there are 9 jhanas, right? 5 form jhanas and 4 formless jhanas.
I have follow-up question. Yeah, I follow what you say, that the form sphere consciousness, you say usually they mention only 4. Right.
Yes.
Sometimes they mention 5, like in Vinnana mention 5.
Both 4 and 5.
Yeah. In the Sutta only.
In the Suttas, mostly 4 jhanas are mentioned.
Could you elaborate on that?
Bring my book.
In what?
The book, the Mindfulness book. And also in Yannaponika's book. So here, when Buddha explained the samadhi, right concentration, he explained 4 jhanas only, not 5 here. Let me see, right concentration. And what because is right concentration? Wherein bhikkhus, a bhikkhu quite secluded from sense pleasure, secluded from unwholesome states, attains and dwells in the first jhana, and then second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana. So in these suttas, many suttas, only 4 jhanas are mentioned, not 5. But 4 and 5 are not different. It's strange, right? Sometimes we take the jhana as 4, sometimes we take them as 5, and that depending upon how a person eliminates the factors of jhana. Now, in the first jhana, there are 5 jhana factors: initial application, sustained application, joy or piti, and sukha. Sukha means Vinnana. So, initial application, sustained application, piti, and then sukha, Vinnana, and then one-pointedness of mind or samadhi, ekagata. Now these are called the 5 factors of jhana. So in the first jhana there are all these 5. Now a person finds fault with initial application only, and so he eliminates initial application. So as a result of that, he gets the jhana. When he gets the jhana, there are only 4 factors in there, right? So the first jhana has 5 factors, but the second jhana has 4 factors, right? You follow? Then again he eliminates piti. So the third jhana has only 3, and then he eliminates here piti, right? So the fourth jhana has only 2. What? Happiness and ekagata. And then the fifth jhana has neutral feeling instead of sukha. So fifth jhana has also two jhana factors. So first jhana has 5, second jhana has 4, third jhana has 3, fourth jhana has 2, and fifth jhana has 2. Now